Okay, right. So can you hear me now? Can I start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have a commission from a company who run a number of small retirement homes across the UK. You are required to create some digital resources for the Woodlands Home Center. You're required to complete an evidence document. It should include the details of the work as specified. So you've been given the following files. Task 1. Woodland Homes is
Yes.
one table is this, where I have the loan. The other table, academic loans, academic books include whatever. The other table that I have is about the books. Okay. Also required is a form. They've told us over there as well. We'll do that afterwards. First, let's create it. Then they're telling us that we have the following information about the residents. So you see over here, I have the Birch House, I have the Oak House. Now, this is your data which is not in normalized form. You have a look. You can see you have different apartment names. This is one apartment name, another apartment name. No, that's wrong. You should have a table that would be for apartments where you can have these the apartment ID, okay, and then you can
Mm-hmm.
have another field which will be apartment name, okay, and then you can have another table which will be borrower information or the member information where you'll have the following information, their title and name. Then you have another information. These are the informations are about the book. Then you have information about the publisher, and then at the end, he's saying is the ISBN also contains information such as the publisher. So you have to construct over here are 6 tables. Let's start doing it. Can I start now? Step by step, I'll explain you.
Yeah.
So it's all about creating tables. So first of all, what we're
Okay.
supposed to do is, I'll start from the very bottom. In fact, I'll first of all create is the ISBN. Okay. So I'll have over
So will
here.
the voice fine on the recorded video?
Sorry.
Will the voice be fine
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
in the
I,
previous
I I'm
lecture
also
the voice
recording it
was
double. I'm recording it on my phone and the software. So if the voice is not there,
okay.
don't worry, it will be okay. I'm double recording it. So I have
Mm-hmm.
ISBN, which will be a primary key. Then they have told us it will have publisher. Second, what I need is publisher ID. and then title. This is what they have told us. Can you see over here? Right? And I can
Yes.
save this. I will create another table and let this be publisher. So first of all, what I need to have is the publisher ID, publisher name, address, town, city. So right. Then I will create another table, which will be books. So first of all, the books I'll have is the book ID, um, ISBN. Remember one thing that it will be number. Okay. Otherwise, you have problem in creating
Okay.
relationship. The title, sorry, TITLE, author, right. They also did tell us up over here. Can I just have a look again? And publisher. I can have simply the publisher ID. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay. Instead of entering the publisher information, look what can I do? I can use the lookup wizard
Okay.
and I can simply look up for publisher information. Are you following me?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I can go and create relationship, but this is a good way. For example, when I come to publisher, uh, for example, when I come to ISBN, again I can make a relationship of this with ISBN as well. Can you see? Lookup wizard and
Yes.
uh, one to many. Any problem?
Mm-hmm.
You get the point?
No.
Right. So
Yeah.
let's make another table. Now what we are left with, yes, we need is the apartment. Oh, sorry. Now obviously I am supposed to have is the apartment ID, apartment name, and I'll save it. That's it. Okay. Then I have to make another table, and this table will be, I'll have is the borrower info. And I can just say borrowers. Okay. And this is the most important table. This is the most important table. This and the loans table is the most important, which I'm going to create. So first of all, what I'll have is the. I'll tell you why this is important. We have to read the question. If you look here, you will see. If you come to this part, please try to read the question ahead. You need to understand the entire scenario. Are you listening?
Yes.
You need to understand the entire scenario. Only then you will get everything right. Okay. So
Okay.
Um, the report should be grouped by borrower and display title, forename, surname, the date of the book, the number. So basically, our report needs the following information, and we have to create a form which also has the following information. So we need to understand what the question requires us. So this is the most crucial information that we have to work on. So I'll first of all have is the borrower ID, I will have what else? Let's read the question again. Go back. I can just write is the okay. Uh, any other information? Just one second. It was over here. Uh, title. Do you see? Title they mentioned here. So I need to have over here is forename, surname, date the book was borrowed. This will come in the loans table. Number of days. This will come in the loans table. Title and author of the book. This will come in the so that's all what we need for this. I'll save it. Then we create another table.
But sir, on the beginning of the document, it says that borrowers should contain date and stuff like those.
That will be the borrower. That will be in the loans table that I'm going to create. I'll name it as.
Why?
Listen, the borrower has borrower's information. The borrower table does not hold information of how many books were issued. Such a kind of information can go in issue table or books issue table. ISBN has books ISBN information. Publisher has publisher information. Books has books information. Apartments has apartments. This is the third normal form. Every entity that you have should hold its own information, not any dependent information. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
It's not that if I have borrowers tables, I should have publishers information inside my borrowers table. That is not third normal form. That is my first normal form. Okay? So
Okay.
I have to make a loans table, and I will have over here is the loan ID. I will have over here is the borrower ID, which will be number. I will have over here is the book ID. Are you following me? I have
Yes.
three IDs. And what will I do? I will use the borrower ID, look up, and I will look it up from the borrower ID. My relationship is also created. I will use the book ID to look up from, remember the books, and remember I had the book ID.
Yes. Yes.
I'm explaining you this through the very easy and best way I can. Okay, right? And then
Okay.
we have is what else? What else? They said borrower, a book, date, and whether it was returned. So we need to know is date returned. This needs to be date and time. And then we have returned. This will be Boolean logic. Agree with me?
Yes.
Okay. So we have completed all the tables. Any confusion? This is the first one where you have the loan, the book borrower. If you go through this, the best way to solve such a kind of questions where you get normalization is that please do your planning. You can even ask the examiner for a piece of paper. You can type it in notepad. You need to plan it out. You should first of all decide how many tables will you have. Start constructing tables on your own. Make sure tables have information which is atomic, which means you know what atomic means, individual fields. You should see
Yes.
that your tables have a field that represents a primary key. Later on, you should see that every table that you have does not have fields that are not related to that table's information. You get the point? And at times,
Yeah.
you will be required to create junction tables. What are junction tables?
What is?
Junction, you know what junction tables are?
No.
Junction tables are those tables that will help us to create relationship. For example, you might have seen over here. This is what we have created. Quite messy. Just give me a second. Somewhere over here. One, two, three, four. Okay. Well, I don't really have a very good junction table over here, but I could say is that books is a junction table between loans and ISBN, or loans is a junction table between borrower and books, the table that helps to link two other tables together.
Okay.
Remember the specimen P4? We were supposed to create a booking form for skiing information where we had the constructor ID and the instructor and customer and the instructor table.
Yes.
It was the
Yes.
same paper, sort of like we had to like normalize it. Now, in that paper, just recall what did we do? We created the bookings table. Yes or no?
Yes.
The
Yes.
bookings table that we created, although it was very important, but that was also a junction table. Without the booking table in specimen P4, we were not able to create relationship between customer and instructor because there was no relevant information available in customer or instructor that could help us to create relationship between them. So, borrower table was made through which we made the relationship. Are you following me?
Yes.
I would still like you to have a look at this point and ask me any question or query that might arise. It's not tough. Yes, it requires planning. And if you do this without planning, you will make yourself very confused. But I believe examiner was very good to provide us with lots of information over here. You get the point?
Yes.
Right. So what I'll do is save it and now I'll go back to the question. Okay? I'll discuss this later on with you. I'll send you my notes where I have this. Okay? Please remind me. I'll send you the notes. Why is it important? Okay? Save a copy of the Woodlands as this. This will be used to develop and test the database. Fine. Create a form to view the borrowers and the books they have on loan. Add appropriate navigation buttons in the form. Okay. Now, what we're supposed to do is, first of all, obviously, we are supposed to create is a form. Now, if I now there are two tables that we will directly deal with. If you look at the question, the entire question is just dealing with either the borrowers or the loan. We don't need any information from these three, these four. But it's fine. We were supposed to create them. So I'll open up borrowers, okay, and I'll create as a form. You'll see is as soon as I create it,
So
sorry,
we don't enter the data from the table.
no, no, it's better you enter the data from here. You can enter from the table. That's also fine. You can also do it from here. So
Okay.
all I need to do is I'll go to the design view. Let me just you enter from here, you enter from table, doesn't make a difference. So I will because the question did not specify us that you have to enter from the form. If it was so, but obviously one thing is important that you have to make a form and your form should be able to enter the information. Examiner will look at that. Okay. So
Okay.
I will add over here first of all is add the record. Then we'll have is save the record. That's it. Nothing else. And then I'll name it as not borrowers. I'll just make it as form, whatever. And I will make the navigation buttons. Let me just. I can make all of them. I'll just make two for now. But obviously, in the exam, you make all of them. Is it fine?
Okay. Yes, it's fine.
Now, I'll just save it and let's just try to enter information. So I'll enter title over here. Book
So,
ID.
so we add in the information from the table.
Yes. And I'll enter an
Mm,
old date and then I'll just save it. I'll save it. Right? So I'll come in the borrowers. I'll just close it, save it, and I'll open borrowers. You see information has been saved,
yes.
and I'll add again record. I'll add is book ID. I'll make it 5. Date return. I will make it just 3. Okay, and I'll save it. In case, just click over here and click over here as well. Okay, I just have a habit of doing it. I'll add another one. I'll make it as and again I will have is an old date. Save it. Okay, and again what I will do is my borrower ID was I'm sorry 1. Okay, so I'll add another record. Okay, let's leave it. And I'll do is Mr. You know why I'm doing this? Because if you look over here, he said insert following information. Find enter suitable data to test the form and report with at least 3 borrowers. At least one of the borrowers should have borrowed more than one book. So I've entered my information. Is it fine?
So what does that mean? More than one book?
I'll just show you what
We
I
also
mean.
write over here.
Uh, you see, I've borrowed more than one book.
Yes. So in the books table, it should show.
1 second. No, in the loans table. It's showing the loans table. You get the point? Obviously, not the books table, the loans table.
Yes.
The loans table. Now, what we're supposed to do is we are supposed to do this
So
part.
you have to enter all the data that is given on the table, or only some.
Yes. So I've just entered random information. Now, the important thing is let's do this part. Um, Books can be borrowed for 14 days. Okay, that's the only thing important. So I have to create as a query, and again the query I need to add is the borrowers and the loan. Agree with me? I don't need the rest.
Yes.
So I need is title, forename, surname, date of the book was borrowed, uh, date, book was borrowed, number of days book is overdue, title and author of the book. No, I need the third table as well. I need the books table as well. So I need the title and the author of the book. You get the point, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, why am I
So
not?
why do you have titles?
What title? He said so.
There are two titles, the borrowers and the books.
No, he said add the title, forename, surname. He said so.
Okay.
And the title and the author of the book. You get the point?
Yes.
Right. Let me just hold on, open up this query again. Um, why am I not getting information here? One second. I have it over here. I should get it over here as well. I did look up. Just one second. Can I just? Okay. The point over here is the important point is this much. So obviously, the first thing is that if we do get, I didn't save it. Wait again. Wait. What I'll do is just one second. 9. No, this was some other paper. I have. Okay. I hope this is okay. I just solved this with one class. Can I discuss with you? It's the same thing. Let me show you. I have the
Okay.
apartments detail, the following table,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
I have the books detail, the following, book ID, ISBN, title, author. Any problem? Same.
No.
I have the ISBN, which has ISBN, publisher, and ID and title.
Mm-hmm.
Loans table, which is the most important table. Just to recall, I did the same
No.
thing, or did I miss out something? Loan, borrower, book borrow date, and book return. Yes or no? And look at the data types as well. Okay, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Then I have member details, borrower ID, apartment ID, title, forename, surname. Yes or no?
Yes.
And then we have publishers. Spellings are wrong. Anyway, publisher ID, publishers, and address. But make sure that wherever, for example, over here in ISBN, if I have the publisher, it has to be number because publisher over here is number, auto number and number. So that data type needs to be the same. So
Okay.
while you're creating the IDs, please make sure the data type has to be the same. Otherwise, you'll have a problem. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Something went wrong with the form, but anyway, the query was the most important thing. What did I do in the query? Let me close all this. So you can enter it directly in a table. Come to the design view. I have the title, I have the forename, I have the surname, I have the book borrowed, I have the date borrowed. Yes or no? Is it okay till now?
Yes.
I don't have to have these. I can even unhide these or even I can delete these. It's not important to have these. Right.
Okay.
I can even right. Now this is important. What is date today? I can even unhide this. Today gives me today's date and time. Agree with me?
Yes.
Remember? So see what I've done over here. Today minus date borrow. So if I minus today this from this, I get this, which means 6 days, 18 days, 18 days till I borrowed. Yes or no? This I wrote in the
Yes.
future. Yeah, I wrote in the future, and that's just negative. So this was not yet completed. I just ended my class. Um, can you tell me how can this be done if we have to do this part? Over to you. We've done everything. All we need to do is what?
Mm,
Uh,
if the
uh, days.
if this we in the other field we should do if days is greater
So
than
how will we do it? You remember, right? We have done it before.
mm,
Double IF. Yes. Have you forgotten? Or you remember double IF? If
I remember, but we did in the form. I remember that part.
yes. So if this is greater than 14, then say overdue. Otherwise, say not overdue. Oh, sorry. So if I run this, I get this or not? Yeah, 1833. Are they not due? Overdue.
Yes.
And then we are supposed to create group by borrower and display the following. So I need to actually create is a report. I should have deleted one of the field. Anyway, uh, where is it? And I need to group by, what did it say? Group by borrower ID.
Yeah. Yes.
I anyway, should have had the,
So, sir, group by borrow means we
no,
should group
I
it
just
by
need
its
the,
ID.
yeah, I just need the borrower ID. I mistakenly just removed it. No, I don't want it here. I want it here. Right? Sorry, I'm so mean. I'm the
Yeah.
only person actually. They're all me. Okay. So create, and I'll go into report. And by the way, you know what I feel? This paper was more somehow or equal technical as specimen. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
make it landscape. Make it. You can make it landscape, and you have to right click and group on borrower ID. You get the point? You get my point?
Yes.
What else? Are we? Yeah, we done. We done. Yeah, that's all we had to do. We had to make a form, and then we had to do this thing, right? Okay. Let me just discuss one thing. Um, let me just save this. There was another way that I explained this class. You see the form that I have made over here, next record and
Yes.
previous record. It's a different way. How did I make this? Let me show you this. It's up to you what you want to use. Use a blank form. Come to the design view. Show all fields. Agree? Can you see?
Yes.
So
Yes.
in the form, what do I need? Tell me. Uh, what did I need?
Mm. The borrowers and the book.
Yes.
That's all.
Sorry. Where is the borrowers table?
There's no borrowers on the thing.
Oh, it's I've named it as member. It was not member actually. It's okay. Title, forename, surname. Are they not overlapping?
They are.
You get the point? So
Yes.
this was also another way that you could have made it. Okay, and add the buttons over here. So obviously, when you say add new, you will add the following. Just add the sequence to it. So this is also a very good way to do it. See which one you like. The other one is also fine.
The other one is showing the subform, isn't it?
It's showing the subform, but yeah, I prefer that. But um, nowhere they ask for the subform anyway. But that is important. Subform should be there. So both for
Okay.
this question, both are fine. If you look at the marking scheme, both ways are fine. Uh, Let me just pause the recording because